It is February the 5th. This is Saigon John with your daily Hoosier Daddy on Octane Infinity TV. 10 games in the NBA Friday night schedule. Let's see how our fantasy matchups are. First, starting with Ball Don't Lie versus 7 Apples. Scott led Mike 5-3 with a tie and 3-pointers made for the last 2 nights. Neither team had anybody playing yesterday. Before the night began, Scott actually was offered a trade, and that came from the workers. They offered David West, Samuel Dallenberg, Sean Marion, and Wilson Chandler. In return, Ball Don't Lie would give up Nene, Paul Millsap, Jose Calderon, and Danilo Gallinari. Now, Scott did like the offer, but ended up turning it down. He keeps his players, and tonight, Gallinari only hit a third of his shots, finished with just 7 points. Nene also subpar, only 4 rebounds for him. Maybe a blessing for the workers. Who knows why they turned down that offer. Meanwhile, for Mike, a double-double out of All-Star Rajon Rondo and one from the Big Bird, Troy Murphy, as well. But the tie in 3-pointers was neglected, it seems. 7 Apples finished with just 5 made. And Scott got 7 triples combined from Jason Terry, Brandon Rush, and the Bucks' Carlos Delfino. He adds to his 5-3 lead. The series is still close in about 5 or 6 categories maybe, so still anybody's match to win. Heading into the weekend, it's Scott leading this series 6-3. Jobbers versus workers. It was 5-2 in my favor going into the last 2 games of the night. My 7 guys had already played. Adam still had Jason Richardson and Paul Gasol still playing while this series was tied in assists and turnovers. Those 2 kept from turning the ball over, so we still remain tied there. However, Gasol picked up 2 more assists, so Adam now has the edge there. Workers continues to lead in both percentage categories, much to my surprise. I rarely ever lead free throw percentage, but good for me. And Josh Smith, what a night for him. Jay Smoove had a triple-double against the Bulls at home. How about Dwight Howard? 20 and 18 with 3 block shots. And Samuel Dallenberg, I wasn't even expecting him to play tonight. And he got 16 rebounds and 3 block shots at New Orleans. Good night all in all. I still lead, but Adams trimmed it down. He only trails now 5-3. Ringleader versus Hoop Kings. Renee led Bill 6-3. Carmelo Anthony is still out for the ringleader, and so it was just 9 guys playing for Bill tonight against Renee's full lineup. In Anthony's absence, look at this. Chauncey Billups came up big for ringleader. He hit 9. That's right, 9 3-pointers en route to 39 points. Ringleader actually had 199 points overall tonight, but those threes, Bill leads that category now. Renee got good rebounding night from his squad, though, out-rebounding Bill 73-48. He only trails Bill in that category by 1. David Lee has been great for Hoop Kings, 32 and 15 tonight against the Bucks, but he also had 5 turnovers. Close call for Renee. He still leads turnovers against Bill, but now it's just by 1. His lead has slimmed down. Renee still leads Bill in this matchup, but it's now 5-4. Cobra Kai Never Dies versus Team Chlamydia. Evan and Mike led Jonas 5-4. It was 8 guys for Jonas versus a full lineup for the Cobra Kai. Bad foul shooting night for Evan and Mike, though. Elton Brand was 1 for 4. Kenyon Martin was 1 for 3. Team Chlamydia now leads in free throw percentage by 0.7%. Cobra Kai tried to make up for that loss and outblocked Jonas's squad 7-3 tonight. That was good enough to get a tie in that category. And folks, we were tied in this whole series. It's now 4-4. The last matchup, Taco Del Mar versus I Eat Tacos Del Mar. Edwin led this one 5-4. He had 8 guys in action versus Chris's full lineup. Both teams had 109 points, no change there. Edwin still leads. Scoring, E got better passing tonight than Chris did, 23-15 in assists. He now leads that category. Chris's team made up for that loss in steals, 9-4 on Edwin, so he took over that one. But it was 5-4 tonight in blocks for Chris. Much like Cobra Kai and Team Chlamydia, we're tied in block shots and tied for this entire series. Edwin and Chris are 4-4. Let's look into the league leaders with 2 more nights remaining in Week 15. 7 Apples remains in the lead for the league in field goal percentage at over 52%. I Eat Tacos Demar still leading at the foul line as well at 88%. 3 Pointers Made is now led by Ringleader. Big night beyond the arc for Ringleader. They now lead the league at 31 made. Points, Team Chlamydia, 540 points. In rebounds, my team, the Workers, are the only team above 200, so we have 244. Assists is led by Cobra Kai, Never Dies, with 128. Steals, 7 Apples. They got 14 tonight, so they lead the league with 44. Block shots, Adam and I were tied after last night. I now take the sole lead with 37. And then turnovers is pretty close. Renee's been leading with the fewest for the past few nights. He still leads with 48, while Adam, Bill, and I are just behind him with 49, and Jonas not too far with 50. Looking on to the waiver wire, let's take a look into free agency. Hoop Kings dropped the Birdman Chris Anderson and added Ronnie Turioff from Golden State. You might have noticed I dropped Ronnie Brewer after having him for quite a while, maybe even a few months now. I finally dropped him today and called up my rookie, Brandon Jennings, hoping that his assists will gain me a solid lead in that category by the end of the weekend. Usually it's a category where I have no hope, but it is so close right now. So hoping Jennings will pay off big tomorrow night. Cobra Kai dropped Mike Conley and Marcus Thornton. Thornton is now on the Hornets IL with a lower back contusion. They signed Jason Hart to a 10-day contract in New Orleans. And so Evil Mike picked up Jarrett Jackass and Nazi Mohammed. And that is your free agent pickups. Hey, there are 12 games on the Saturday schedule in the NBA. I'm looking at hopefully kicking it with some of you guys tomorrow night. We may have the Daily Hoosier Daddy on location elsewhere outside of Octane Infinity Studios, so we'll see. But for now, that's it here from the bomb shelter at Octane Infinity TV Studios. I've been your host, Saigon John, the bomb from Vietnam, and boom goes the dynamite.